Hello, agents. Welcome to the Ingress Insights podcast, hosted by PkmnTrainerJ. Ingress Insights aims to give you the latest news and updates about the Niantic Spatial game Ingress. Whether you're a veteran agent who has recursed 17 times or a brand new agent working to level 8, wondering what a fracker is, this is your place for the latest Ingress news and discussions. 2026 sees Ingress renewed under Niantic Spatial and many new campaigns to engage agents. So, plenty to discuss. Share any thoughts by checking our social media links. Now, over to Ada.
Additional intel available.
Hello agents, welcome to episode 142 of the Ingress Insights podcast. This week we've got quite a bit to go through, so we've got details for the Plus Gamma Global Op that's currently going on, and also looking at some Ingress news with the Lunar New Year event and looking back at an event that's coming, as well as a super secret spatial sign-up, as hinted by the title, that I'll get into towards the end of the Ingress news that I'm sure will be of interest to many people. Then after the Ingress news, I'll look at a segment on Recon and go through what will be happening next week, because I'm away next week, but I've recorded an episode already, so I'll go up just as normal. You'll be able to listen to that. It'll probably be a bit shorter, but I won't cover any news next week. Before we do get into the news, I want to cover my own progress, because it's been a little while since I've done that. So, as you know, I'm currently recursed for the second time. I'm level 15. I need 16 million AP to get to level 16 and then recurse again. I've just passed the 10 million mark, so I'm 10,025,699 AP. I think the 99 might annoy some people, but I quite like having it on there. There's no particular badges that I'm really aiming for at the moment. I'm obviously contributing towards Second Sunday when I can with scans and things, and trying to work towards getting that Honor Seer Onyx, but that'll be a long time away because I'm only on 551 and I've got to get 5,000. If there's a particular badge you're working on or want me to cover in more detail, then do let me know in the comments of the podcast, or send me an email, send me some blue sky, whatever you'd prefer to do. Now that I've gone over that, I'll move into the Plus Gamma Anomaly news. All Plus Gamma, which is our current anomaly series for Q1. The global op has now started, and that it started on the 13th of February 2026, 5 p.m. UTC. It finished on the 23rd of February 2026, 5 p.m. UTC. If you are a new agent, you've never experienced a global op before, this is your opportunity to help your team win the Anomaly series by contributing points, even if you can't attend the Anomalies in person, the ones that are happening like Charlotte and Croatia and Hong Kong. If you can't attend those, you can still do this by yourself with other people and still contribute points towards your faction, help your faction win. For the Plus Gamma Global Op, it uses Plus Gamma Global Op Plus Gamma link points that you earn in certain ways. So just to remind how you earn those, so either deploying a resonator, so placing a new resonator at a portal will get you 2 Plus Gamma link points. Creating a link from a portal, so linking 2 portals together will get you 4 points. Destroying a resonator, so if your resistance blowing up the enlightened resonators, if you're enlightened blowing up the resonators, and destroying a link will get you 2 points. And then there are some bonus points to go through, but I'll leave the link and you can read through that because it gets a bit more complicated on how you earn those points. But in summary, play as you normally do, blow things up, deploy, create links, and you'll be absolutely fine on there. If you look at your dispatch screen, you'll be able to slide over to the campaign and see the Plus Gamma Global Op medal assignments. And the first one that I'm on is having 200 all-time Plus Gamma link points. I've got 62, and it's have 600 Plus Gamma link points and have 1,000 Plus Gamma link points. If I complete all of those, then I get my Bronze Plus Gamma Global Op medal. And I'll move into assignment 2, do those tasks on there, get the Silver medal, move into assignment 3, get the tasks on there. So for Silver, you need to get 2,000 all-time Plus Gamma link points, and Gold is having 10,000 all-time Plus Gamma link points. So as long as you, like I say, play normally, you'll be able to get the medals, progress through, and keep track of it on there. If the bonus points thing sound too complex, don't worry about it. Like I say, just play, you should be fine. But that does run until the 23rd of February, 5 p.m. UTC. You'll be able to see it in your scanner and see the details of it on there. This is running alongside some other campaigns as well, so I'll get into those later in the Ingress news. But for now, just make sure it's probably going to be showing at the top for you unless you've already completed it. But there are some other assignments you'll be able to see if you scroll down the list for Valentine's Day and Lunar New Year, so make sure you do check those. The only other bit of Plus Gamma news we've got at the moment is the play boxes for Zagreb in Croatia and Hong Kong have been ornamented. So for new players, what happens is at an anomaly on the ground, the Ingress team will mark the play box area with ornaments on portals that say this is basically where you're going to be playing the anomaly. The anomaly is happening on the 14th of March in those regions. So if you are traveling out there, you can at least see where you're going to stay, maybe stay at a hotel nearby, and you've not got to travel far to the actual play box on there. That's it though, really, for Plus Gamma news at the moment. We are awaiting first Saturday February attendance figures, and I'll get into more on first Saturday in the first bit of Ingress news as well. As I mentioned last episode, the Ingress team removed the double AP for first Saturday for February. So what normally happened is during first Saturday, whether you attended an event or not, you were able to get double AP from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. local time. And then you could double that up again by using an Apex. You get 4 times AP for that period if you had enough Apexes to use. The Ingress team, as mentioned, removed it for February 1st Saturday. They've now listened to player feedback by the looks of things, and they're bringing it back for March 1st Saturday. And in fact, March 1st Saturday will be 3 times AP, which means you can then double that to 6 times AP by using an Apex. So lots of AP to get. I may be able to get my missing 5.5 million AP for first Saturday if I play really, really well on that day. But I don't think so. Maybe I get to 11, 12 million, but maybe not all the way to 16. So that's great that they've listened to it and they've got that feedback on there. So it seems like we're back to double AP for first Saturdays for Q2 by the sounds of that. Maybe we'll get another triple AP event for one of them that month, but I'm quite happy with double AP being back for first Saturday and seeing that the team listened to player feedback on that. I mentioned that as well as the Plus Gamma Global, we will have some other campaigns showing in your scanner. So there are a few showing at the moment. Some of them are premium events where you need to pay to be able to access them. So there is a free event going on at the moment, which is the Valentine's 2022 Redux. So if you already have the Valentine's Day 2022 badge that you brought back in 2022, this will allow you to get recursion wings on it if you've recursed. And I went to go through the details last time on what the campaign is and what you've got to do on there to earn that medal. So at the moment for myself on that, I'm on the final assignment. I've got to create 100 links. I've created 48. I've got to capture 300 MU. I've captured 121. I've already recharged portal with 75,000 XM. It's also worth noting I only actually need to do 2 of these, but you don't get the reward that's on there if you don't complete the other tasks. So for completing 100 links, I'll get 2 heat sinks, and capturing 300 MU, I'll get 2 level 8 XMP bursters. If I only created 100 links, I'd miss out on the 2 level 8 XMP bursters. But once I've done that, I can then move on, get wings on my badge, as I did get it last time in 2022. I did then also want to cover briefly what happened in the 2022 event. So this was called Linking Hearts with XM. It was posted on the Ingress community forums before they posted the news on the website. So they were Happy Valentine's Day. And I'm going to count that as me saying Happy Valentine's Day too. It's time to connect with your loved ones through the XM network. We'd love to hear your Ingress Valentine's stories and be showing your field arts filled with love through the hashtag Ingress Valentines. We believe in return the XM network may whisper love back to you starting February 11th, 5 p.m. UTC to Tuesday, February 15th, 5 p.m. UTC. Our researchers also believe the Ingress scan will exhibit the following heartening behaviours: glyph sequences filled with love, higher chance of softbank ultralink from portal hacks, softbank ultralink program kinetic energy distance reduced from 8 kilometers to 4 kilometers, and agents will be able to create links and fields under fielded areas. This is now a common thing that we can do anyway. And then also available during the duration of the Ingress, during the duration of the event in the Ingress store, the limited time Ingress Valentine's 2022 medal, which was 2,500 CMU. This event was obviously happening in 2022, as I mentioned, during where it was COVID in a lot of places, and we were encouraged to maintain at least 6 feet, 2 meters distance from other people. So it was a time when it was a bit tricky for the Ingress team to do a lot of events. So it was nice we got the Valentine's 2022 medal on there. As I mentioned, it's now an opportunity to get it for free if you didn't get it back in 2022. or to get wings on it as part of a Redux campaign if you did already have it. So nice to see on there. I'll enjoy getting wings on that badge. Then along with the Valentine's event, we do have a premium campaign as well on there. So to access that campaign is 15,000 CMU, which you can get from the Ingress store. It's only got one set of assignments on there that, again, I did cover last time, and that will get you the Valentine's 2026 medal. I've completed that one to get the Valentine's 2026 medal already, and there you just got to complete 4 out of the 5 assignments that I covered previously. And you will be working on those even if you don't have the premium campaign unlocked. You will be actually doing progress on the task for that assignment. So if you complete all the tasks in the assignment, it'll still be locked because you've not brought the premium campaign yet. You can basically buy the premium campaign and automatically unlock the badge by claiming all the tests that you've already done. So if you already created 20 links, then that'll be marked off as complete for you already, even before you buy the premium campaign. And then finally, campaign wise, currently we've got the Lunar New Year event. So the team wrote Gallop into Greatness with Ingress Year of the Horse. Agents, the Lunar New Year is upon us, and the energy of the horse is charging through the XM network. To celebrate the season of momentum and power, we're launching a new commemorative medal and special event designed to challenge your endurance. As we transition into this cycle, we invite you to gallop across the Portal Network with unbridled spirit. Remember, the journey is its own reward. The Year of the Horse celebration campaign will be available for purchase for 15,000 CMU via the dispatch list starting February 13th at 5 PM UTC until February 27th at 5 PM UTC. Agents who take up the reins successfully complete the first assignment of this campaign will be granted the exclusive Lunar New Year 2026 Year of the Horse medal to display on their agent profile. So this one, unlike the Valentine's one, has 2 lots of assignments. You get the medal up for doing the first lot of assignments, and then the second lot of assignments are just gear that you obtain. You need to complete 3 out of the 4 bounties into the next one. So the first one is deploying 18 portal boosts, so that's beacons, fireworks, frags, or battle beacons. You can do this for free, so you can use your kinetic capsules to craft the peace beacons. You get 3 at a time of those, so it's only 6 capsules, so it shouldn't take you too long. Deploying 18 portal mods, so shields, heat sinks, things like that. That should be fairly straightforward. Reclaim 18 Machina portals. May be difficult if you live in an area that's not heavily Machina filled, but if you do, then that's one that you don't need to necessarily complete to move on to the next stage. And then earning 168 glyph hack points, so that's pretty standard doing your glyph hacks on there. Completing those will then get you the Lunar New Year of the Horse medal. And then you move on to the second assignment where you're deploying 26 portal boosts. Again, you use the peace beacons, deploy 26 portal mods, reclaim 26 Machina portals, and earn 260 glyph points. So again, there's no badge for completing the second round of assignments on there. It's just gear that you're receiving. So whether you want to continue and do more on there, it's completely up to you. You don't have to do that. Then for upcoming events, the agents have noticed that what happened with the Valentine's 2022 mail is it got a little 5 marker on it. I seem to indicate something that was going to be up for a Redux campaign. And it's been noticed the Toast Day 2022 mail also has this 5 marker on it is locked on some agent profiles. So it seems that at the end of February, we'll get a Toast Day event with a premium campaign and a probably free campaign to get recursion wings on the 2022 medal, but there's been no announcement about that yet. That's just what we think will be happening. As part of these events, and due to some issues, there are quite a few free items available in the store at the moment. So if you scroll down to the free item section of the store, you'll see there's a free 3-day bounty pass loadout, and that was due to some issues regarding the bounties that started on the 8th of February, and that would get you 1 Apex, 20 level 8 XMP bursters, 20 level 8 resonators, 20 level 8 power cubes, 3 very rare heat sinks, and 3 very rare multi hacks. There's also free resistance fireworks to claim as part of the Lunar New Year event, and free enlightened fireworks to claim as part of that. So you can obviously use those as your portal boosts. Place them on a portal, and you get some AP for placing it, and you get some nice pretty fireworks and sounds to go along with it. No Machina fireworks as yet, maybe next year. Now for the super secret spatial bit that I mentioned at the start of the episode. I've had to check this a few times regarding NDAs and things, so I've had to be cautious on what I say here. So if it seems like I don't say a lot, then that's probably why. A little bit of history first of all. So somewhere out there exists a Discord for Niantic user experience research. So this is where users sign NDAs and go through various surveys now and then about features that are coming to the Niantic games. This is set up way before the split, and I can say that I've had surveys and interviews about upcoming new features in Pokemon Go and Campfire and various other things that have either come to the game, are coming to the games, have not come to the games. This has consisted of filling out things like Google Forms and going through and then getting surveys and then being invited to video interviews with a person from the team to share my experiences, how I think it might affect my community, things like that. If anyone's ever done user experience research, that's kind of thing that you get. And then you do sometimes get some items and goodies as well for doing that as part of a thanks. Now that things have split and that the Pokemon Go stuff is staying with Niantic under Scopely, and Ingress Peridot that did have channels in the server but never really got surveys, moving obviously under Niantic Spatial. There's a new Niantic Spatial panel to join, so I'll share the link in the show notes, but you can sign up to join Niantic Spatial's user panel. And it notes that if you are a user of Scaniverse, a player of Ingress, a player of Peridot, or interested in participating in future AR and spatial AI research studies, please complete this form to sign up for Niantic Spatial's new user panel. So you fill in the form, fill in everything on there, say where you prefer to do things. There are some options to do some in-person studies, which I've seen have been happening in the other place, but I haven't been able to attend. You can attend those in San Francisco Bay Area, US, Los Angeles, US, Seattle, Bellevue area, US, London, UK, Tokyo, Japan, and Wellington, New Zealand. That's where the Niantic Spatial offices are, I assume, or they can at least get to. And then you tick down which things you play. So use Scaniverse, play Ingress, play Peridot, use the Niantic Spatial SDK, or you're just interested in participating in AR spatial AI studies. What I assume will happen after that is that you'll then be invited to a Niantic Spatial Discord, where there'll be people on the user experience team there, and they'll be communicating surveys, testing new features, signing you up for things on there. I just advise caution if you do test something that is NDA about showing other players your screen. I know there's been, not for myself, but there's been times where other users have been like, I can't show you what's going on my screen because I'm on an NDA about this thing and I can't show you. So just take care. But it seems like Niantic Spatial do want to have some user experience stuff like the Pokemon Go team have had, so they are interested in testing out new features and expanding that a bit wider. And as I mentioned, if selected, you participate in research and get rewarded for your time, so maybe you'll get some nice little things on there for doing it as well. So again, I'll share that link there, and you can provide user experience feedback to Niantic Spatial if you join the user panel. Then I want to start wrapping things up with our recon segment. So we've been through, looked at appropriate, safe, accuracy, permanent instinct, and socialize. The next one on this list is exercise. So again, this is one where if you select thumbs down, it doesn't end the review, so presumably does not reject the nomination if you thumbs down it on there. It asks you, is this a good place for light physical activity? And if you tap the eye, it gives a bit more detail. So a location considered a good place to exercise if it's a place you'd go to get some fresh air, stretch your legs or exercise, place that encourage walking, exercising and enjoying public spaces, or some teaches or encourages us to be our healthiest selves. Examples include parks and plazas, gardens, forests, hiking trails, biking trails, exercise equipment in public spaces, sports arenas, sports fields. When it says gardens, it obviously doesn't mean your own back garden, front garden. It means like, I don't know, the Eden Project is a big garden, or I don't know, I'm trying to think of other ones. Kew Gardens, like big community spaces that are gardens, not like your neighbour's garden. Because obviously that would then fall under single family private residential property and would be a reject reason earlier in the nomination. There's only one more segment I've got to go through for Explore, and that'll be the week after next. I'll go through that and then take a further look into other bits in Recon, such as photo reviews and location edits. And then hopefully at some point it gets opened up to players that are lower than level 16 and we get things moving along a bit quicker, because I'm sure anyone tell you Recon is slow at the minute, which is a pity. I did want to do a little bit of promo as well before we wrap up. So I've been quite busy on the TeePublic store this week. I'm going through getting new shirts that are things that I want to buy. So I've done things about making triangles for my mental health, thinking about Ingress all the time, thinking you'd rather be at home reviewing. I really, really like the shirt I did for, it simply says only here to blow up your portals, but all the lettering is in different colours. It's based off another shirt design that I saw about something completely unrelated that I thought was really funny but really weird. So I hope that you enjoy those. You can check them out on the TeePublic store. The link is in the show notes. So grateful if you have a look on there. Don't have to buy anything, but obviously if you think they're great, or if you think there's any other designs I should do, or if there's an error with any of them, obviously let me know that. Do take a look and see what new things are up on the store. I'm bubbling with some ideas, so I'd like to get some more out before like Q2 as well. That's all from me for this week though, agents. Hope you've had a great day. Hope you've had an excellent Valentine's Day, Palentine's Day, Galentine's Day, however you've celebrated. Whether it's just been a normal Saturday for you, that's great as well. It's always nice to have a nice, normal, chill Saturday. Next week, as I mentioned, there'll be a backup episode that will go out and cover something in further detail. And then the week after, I'll be back with all the regular Ingress news, Anomaly news, and everything else. Have a great day, agents, and happy hacking. Speak with you soon. Thank you, agents, for listening to the latest episode of the Ingress Insights podcast. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can do that in a couple of ways. So the easiest way to support the podcast is via Patreon. So you can find at patreon.com/ingressinsights. And there's a free tier, a $1 a month tier, whatever that is in your local currency, and a $5 a month tier. You can check out what benefits those come with on the Patreon. One other thing you can do that's totally free that helps out a lot is rating the podcast on your podcast service of choice. So where you can leave a rating or leave comments, that always helps increase visibility. And then finally, you can follow us on various social media channels. We use most of them, but the best one to follow us on now is Blue Sky. So that's just ingressinsights.bsky.social. Search for Ingress Insights on Blue Sky, you'll find us on there. Finally, sharing the podcast with friends, family, other agents who want to listen and get updates really helps out and helps get interviews with various Ingress people or other game-related people to then increase visibility more. So anything you can do from those is great. Thanks again for listening, agents. Have a great day.
Intel package transferred.